And I go, Dad, in order for me to be as well off as you were, I would have to be making $300,000 to $400,000 a year minimum. Like that's what I would need. And I'm like, I'm not, I'm like, I'm nowhere in that ballpark, and I was like, that's the difference. Like, what you got to experience at that, you could go on vacations. You could afford like healthcare. You could afford these things. It's like, okay, I have to make a lot of sacrifices just to be where I'm at. And it's like, I'm not complaining about my hand in life. I've been very blessed. I got a family that loves me, and it's like I am doing fine by all measures. But like there is a massive shift, and I do understand the frustration. And I've just seen a generation run into that when they can't buy a house, when they're leaving school with hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt and no real way to pay that off in any kind of short term, kind of goal that keeps them out of being able to buy a house, that keeps them out of having a family. And so it is a recipe of, like you're kind of just heating up the pot and waiting to see what, where the steam gets released. And unfortunately, when that does happen, I don't think it's pretty for anybody.
Well, as a politician, it's strange. If I was a politician, I would be focusing on the larger segments of the population, and that has traditionally been middle class or middle class, lower class, right? And seeing what opportunities you can create to give those people opportunities to live. Not everyone's going to be a superstar, not everyone's going to be a millionaire, but people just want to live a nice, comfortable as possible life, and have the basics that they want. I make a really good wage, and things have gotten a lot tighter for me, like where I'm like, where's all this money going? I used to have more. Why do I have less? What's going on here? Like, it's actually become noticeable. It's taken a while to hit us in Australia, but it's become super noticeable. So yeah, I think politicians just need to focus on what works for the economy and what works for not looking at what skin color people have, but look at what works for the different class base. Like you said, like, hey, what works for the middle class? What can we do to help them? What can we do to help the working class? Can we, I'm all for raising the minimum wage over there. That's who votes for you.
It's like, why are we having this, this socialism for these multi-billion-dollar corporations? And I think that would be something I would easily rally behind as well. Now, Chris, we've been back and forth with me and Riskit, but I'd like to give you the opportunity to have a kind of a final thought before we wrap up the show today.
No, I'm pretty much out of time. I have somewhere I got to be, so we're about an hour over.
I apologize.
It's a good conversation. It could take a deep, different turn, and I'd love to have it. I just don't have anything else. I hope Avowed's a good game, and I hope that we can stay away from all this. And so, like the super chat and stuff, starting to talk about bringing in religion. Like, I don't think this situation needs more controversy. Like, I don't think if we don't want sexuality and race in games, I don't think we want religion in games. I don't think, I just want the game to be fun to play.